Before the video starts, make sure to join the Slicedmelon Discord server displayed on screen. It's a great community where you can share your work, get advice, and more. We hope to see you there soon.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a vector of this in Photoshop. You can follow along with this as well in PHOTOPEA. Actually, it's probably a bit easier using PHOTOPEA because you can just use the 3D blending options. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be doing it in Photoshop. So first off, we've got our reference picture here. What we're going to do is create this shape and then use the perspective tools to make it 3D. So I'm just going to choose a color at the top here. Maybe something like this. Mine's gonna be a little more simple, simulator style, I guess. Okay, so this can be... Okay, I think that looks alright, so I'm gonna merge shapes and Control C, Control V, Control T. Flip. I'm just trying to make this shape here. Control J to duplicate and turn it like this. That's not gonna work. I guess we'll have to arrange it ourselves then. Okay, maybe we just need to add something to the middle, join it up. I'm gonna try use a circle. Okay, I think that looks okay, so now we need to make the stem of the plant, so I'm just gonna get a darker color and come down here. Actually, I'm gonna do these shapes, press Ctrl E to join them. Now I'm gonna get a rectangle. Zoom in and I'm gonna turn this a bit. Make it a bit longer and rotate this as well. And I'm gonna go to edit, puppet warp, and just gonna make this curved. Okay, personally I think this shape's okay, so I'm gonna continue with this now. I'm first gonna make a copy and group it, so Control G to put it in a group and then Control J to duplicate. I'm gonna make this invisible just in case we mess up. Then I'm gonna get both of these and press Ctrl T, right click and perspective. Then we just want to mess with the perspective. We don't really know if it'll look good until it's done, so I'm gonna make it like this. Now we want to Ctrl J on our top shape, bring it underneath, make the color a little bit darker, and use the arrow keys to find your shape, and then bring it down like this. And then we want to do the same with this. Ctrl J, use a color, bring it backwards. Okay, so for now I'm gonna focus on the top part, so I'm gonna make these invisible. Now we've got this, we wanna press I or get the color picker, eyedropper tool, and take this color. Make a new layer and zoom in. Then you wanna use the pen tool, make sure it's on shape, not path, or it won't work. And then we're just gonna go around and join up all the edges. Okay, so once you join this up here, you want to go to the fill color and change it to the dark one. It's not the right color. This one, yeah. Now if we zoom out, 3D effect is starting to come through. We just want to go around and do this to every part. Make sure it's all joined. And that's really it. I'll speed this part up so you don't have to watch through it, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so now everything's joined up. We want to select all of this. Shift click the top to deselect that part and press Ctrl E on your keyboard. That'll just put the background in one layer. Okay, so now we've got this part, we want to focus on the stem. I'm just going to bring this here and bring this in a little bit. Okay, now this is really the easy part. You just want to connect this up, but on mine there's only one thing to connect. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Obviously it's a bit flat right now, we're gonna fix that. So I'm just gonna move this a bit. I think that looks alright, so I'm gonna now go to shading. Usually I go into the blending options here, add a gradient. This is if you're lazy like me and you don't want to shade it all. Then you can add an inner shadow. Okay, so I'm just gonna right click on this layer, copy layer style, and paste it on up here. And change the settings. I'm not going to use the gradient overlay, but I will keep the inner shadow here. Okay, so now the last part. We just want to add some shading to the 3D. So if you go to this layer, create a new layer on top of it, right click, create clipping mask. Then you want to go to your brush tool here. Make sure you have a soft round brush and change the size. Then you want to get a dark green color, and all you need to do now is this. Just shade it in slightly. You want to leave a bit of green around the edges so it's not all one color. That's what will give the shaded effect. Make it look more 3D. Okay, so now we want to get this shaded layer and change the blend mode to overlay. Now this looks alright. You can change the opacity how you want it to. Now I'm gonna do the same for the stem down here. Again, make a new layer, create clipping mask. And you can use the same green or make it a little bit darker and change the brush size. And change the color of this. Okay, and that's really it. That's what it looks like. If you don't like the perspective, you can always group it and press Ctrl T again, perspective, and adjust it a little bit. I think this looks pretty good. This is just basic, and everything I've done here you can do also on PHOTOPEA. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Please let us know what you want us to do next in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.